Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Forgotten City on PlayFrame.
Salute.
Yeah. And I don't know what's going to happen this time. We really went and sassed the god of the underworld and lived. Got a crown now.
And here we are.
Follow Cynthius back to the shrine and use his portal again. Did that.
It always does that.
Yeah,
once after we do a loop.
Gotcha. So, hey, just for funsies, you go...
Salve, friend.
Yeah, do your thing.
Yeah.
Who you are.
Aren't you going to compliment my good hat? Need you to quietly get everyone except Cynthius ready to run into the upper cistern when the ground starts to rumble.
Still think... I still hold out hope.
Let's sit on that one for the moment, yeah.
Yeah. You're sitting on that little egg. That golden egg that we don't know what to do with.
Right. So, here's your shopping list. Get to it.
All right. What?
And you're off. Go.
Vroom vroom.
Hurry.
Congratulations on your election.
Yeah.
In the future.
Let's get ourselves back in there.
Yeah. So, if she's got like a time loop thing that she's doing, Proserpina apparently still has some god powers.
Very true.
Do you want to get that chest again? We got that chest once during the downtime.
Oh, yeah, while we were...
waiting for Galerius to do his thing.
Yeah. Might as well.
Money!
Stock up a little bit. But yeah, he's clearly not nearly as attentive as he thinks he is, which we kind of already knew, but Proserpina has been getting up to a whole lot. And as you mentioned between episodes, like Cynthius is even saying out loud, yeah, like Proserpina's got a time loop thing. I'm immortal. It's great.
Also, Navia, and like we had a whole conversation with Navia about the statues, like listening to our whispers.
Yeah.
And there was a statue right there in the room with us. The one that she was torturing, you know.
Yeah, seriously. Did we read this one before?
Did we?
How can we pass this test if we don't know the rules? Great question.
This is a great question.
The wall makes a lot of good points.
I wonder if anyone else has ever, like, confronted him, you know?
Yeah, I wonder.
Because back before the obelisk was thoroughly destroyed, if you happened to have just the right knowledge set, like, say, that of a modern archaeologist,
Yeah.
you could have read all of those things.
Hey, nerd, I got some more questions for you and also a new hat.
Whee!
Woo. In we go. Thanks for never making your Furies like take regular archery practice, by the way.
Really appreciate that. That was super helpful.
Makes a world of difference.
Can we talk to Karen? Oh, nope. It immediately pops us in.
And here I am.
To introduce myself, as you have already gathered.
Yeah.
we know.
But the one, and I've been and what is more, you carry a weapon that there will be time for your first, as a reward for
Right.
Just throw. That's very us, I think.
I like it. Check us out. Proserpina's crown.
I would recognize that anywhere, and yet my beloved still wears hers. What is this? How did you come by it?
I took it from her after I killed her in another timeline.
You vile, despicable creature. Why would you do such a thing? And worse still, boast about it.
I didn't realize we killed her.
She did kind of fall apart when I...
Yeah, I guess she did. Really fortunate for us that, like, killing her didn't prevent her time loop magic, because, whoo, that would have been awkward.
Yeah, very lucky for us. Could do this all day. In the Golden Rule, or I will. Or I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put an end to the Golden Rule, I will do it again.
Get us to the same place. Make your favorite.
True, yeah. Stares aghast.
You have put me in an impossible position.
You did it first.
It's true.
And yet, if I agree, I will lose my wager and return to Elysium humiliated.
That was going to happen anyway.
Probably. Which one's it going to be?
I do not see that I have a choice in this. Your treachery and savagery have opened my eyes like nothing I've witnessed in 3,000 years.
Sore loser.
And now you have shown me your species' true colors. And I see that Proserpina was a fool to have ever believed in you at all. This has gone on too long. It is time for me to let go of this form of her, of all of you.
You know, that's healthy
But
for
know
you.
this,
Yeah.
Move
if I
on.
abandon the wager and leave for Elysium, neither she nor your kind may ever ascend.
Totally cool with that.
That's honestly kind of fine.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of feel like that wasn't going to happen anyway.
Yeah. Didn't want it. Didn't ask for it.
Yeah. We just want to return to the world, thanks.
Very well. I will have Charon make arrangements to ferry the others. But as for you, be aware you will be separated from the rest.
What?
Why?
Once this exodus begins, the events that brought you to this
Oh,
moment
no.
will never have taken place.
Professor Constant's going to be so disappointed.
What will become of you is difficult to predict, but that is the risk you have taken by interfering in the natural flow of time.
Eh.
Now, are you ready?
Yeah.
I suppose I am.
You had best pray our paths never cross again, mortal.
It seems likely that they will not.
Yeah, the odds of that happening are so slim.
You are literally going to another planet.
It's kind of bonkers we ran into each other in the first place.
So are the others, like, not dead anymore? Oh, Al is not dead.
Oh,
Hey, what's up, bud?
Al. How's it going?
You seem less haggard and bearded. Wasn't he bearded?
I thought you were bearded.
Gave me a bit of a fright.
Guess he was stuck in there a long time.
Yeah.
I'm Al.
1,000 times according to 1,000 loops according to Sentius.
No, that's true. Al Worth? I came in here to find you.
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I'm Octavia. I was hoping you'd know who I was.
Ooh, that would be interesting to see what he'd say.
Yeah.
Know who you are. I barely remember how I got here myself. Oh, did that lady in the forest send you in here after me? I guess I lost track of time, learning about the history of this place, and it is extraordinary.
Been there.
I'm
Yeah.
fairly certain you and I are the first people to set foot in this city for about 2,000 years. Fortunately for us, the last person in here was a Roman man named Galerius, who inscribed an account into a tablet.
Oh,
Apparently, there was a community of 20-something people trapped in here, and living in fear of a curse they called the Golden Rule. They believed that if even one person sinned, an unknown god would cast them all into gold, like the 1,000 people who'd lived here before them. Then, one day, just as Galerius had finished praying for a good harvest at the shrine of Proserpina, an oracle appeared and told him how to solve the ills of the city, like saving the life of a dying woman, foiling an assassination attempt, and so on.
I'm so
Meanwhile,
proud.
the
Oh,
oracle
yeah.
walked
Our-
up to the temple of the
our
mysterious
beautiful son.
god, this one right here, and demanded an audience. And the doors just opened up to her. Nobody knows what went on in there, but Galerius wrote the oracle must have been more persuasive than Odysseus. Because the next thing he knew, the ground shook, and the voice of that god rang out over the city. The many have suffered long enough. Unfortunately, Galerius' account just sort of stops after that, leaving a lot of questions unanswered.
Yeah, like, did anyone
What
get
became of
Scintilla?
them and the other people who
Right.
lived here? What happened to all the golden statues? And did this mysterious oracle single-handedly undo the curse that had terrorized people for hundreds of years?
I would say yes to that one.
Probably. These Romans are pretty crazy, but that was me.
Yeah. I'll own that one.
Yeah, that was me. My bad.
I'm feeling it. Also thinking about pushing him off a ledge.
Oh, I see.
Just
For a moment
you
there, I
know,
thought you were serious. Anyway,
so that he
I think
can't
I found
write,
a way out through the aqueduct that brought
like,
water
and
into the
submit a
city.
paper about
Follow
it
me.
before I do.
I'm right behind you.
Okay. Guess
I guess.
you can live. But don't you dare submit a paper before me. I really did all the work here.
Yeah, seriously.
You're literally dead.
You had 1,000 tries. You missed your chance.
It's not my fault you never thought of stealing a golden bow and confronting the god of the underworld and murdering his wife and then threatening to do it again and again for eternity until he relented.
Yeah, I pulled that off on round 7, man.
I'm going to pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple.
Good idea.
You go on ahead. I'll be there soon.
But my paper.
Yeah,
It's not dangerous anymore.
that's true.
You superstitious weirdo. I fixed everything.
Yeah. It's also a good job. I'm sure these boards are going to hold for eternity.
Yep. It's nice to be out in the world again.
It is. I said I was going to miss our little pocket world of a couple dozen people, but actually most of them sort of sucked. It's really just a
Yeah.
few.
I do wonder though, like, does that mean they went back to live?
I don't know. They had all died.
They had all very much died and been dead for months.
Being allowed to be all the way dead, I guess, is also
It's a
maybe good.
release. Yeah.
So, hey, I feel like you owe me an explanation.
You're back. But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al?
Did you lose Al?
It'll be so funny if she literally is just Carrie. We overthought this whole thing. She's just like, what? No, I just have a hoodie, man.
Yeah. I found him. He'll be here in a moment.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
Whew, sit down. So, I discovered you're not who you said you were. I remember meeting you 2,000 years ago. This should be good.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions.
Freaky.
A few. Who are you really?
You can just call me Charon, if you like. I am sorry I was not completely honest with you when we first met.
You should be.
I do not enjoy deceiving people. Believe me, I do not. But I have learned, from 5,000 years of experience, that most people find comfort in familiarity, in gradual change, and coming to see the truth in their own time.
I guess the mystery was fun. But what truth is that?
That you died, of course. You were dead when I brought you here.
But my paper.
My role, as the servant of the god of the underworld, has always been to assist the chosen to cross the threshold from the land of the living to the land of the dead.
So, how'd I die?
Usually, when people do not remember how they died, it is because they suffered a terrible trauma. Most souls would rather not remember.
Yeah, but I want to know.
Ask
I asked.
yourself honestly, do you really want to know?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, kinda.
As you wish. You were murdered.
Was it
Oh.
by Al?
You were exploring an old tomb when you discovered a cache. of
It
forgotten
was. Oh my
notes,
gosh.
including 2 silver coins of ancient origin. Unfortunately, as you emerged into daylight, you were set upon by 2 thieves. A nearby hiker saw the scuffle break out and leapt to your aid, trying to help you recover your bounty. You both fought bravely, but your assailants were armed, and you were not. There was nothing you or your ally
Honestly,
could have
I
done.
deserve that for taking
He died instantly
the
at the
artifacts
scene,
out of their original
and
location.
You followed a
Yeah.
few hours later. That man's name was Al Worth. You were each in possession of a sacred coin, called Charon's Opal by some. And so it was my duty to bring you here.
But hey, your job's all wrapped up now, so congrats.
Yeah, you free?
Pluto said the coins Al and I had were the last in existence. What does that mean for you?
It means I am now bereft of purpose. There is nobody else to ferry here. Nobody to keep you company. After 5,000 years, the underworld has finally run its course.
So, what's so special about these coins?
Perhaps you have heard the tales of the Greeks and Romans burying their dead with a coin in their mouths
Oh, listen.
to pay the ferryman
Pluto already
for
explained that.
passage
Oh,
across
yeah.
the river. Well, those stories contained a seed of truth, but not any.
You were there, you
coin
should
would
remember.
do. A long time ago, my master created 1,000 silver coins and had me distribute them.
Kind of rude
across
of him
the
to
world.
just up and leave her.
My orders
Yeah.
were simple.
Like, he
Whenever
couldn't
a
take
person
Proserpina,
died in
but
possession
she is
of
evidently
them,
also an immortal.
I was to locate them and ferry them here.
Roman gods, man. Yes, Pluto mentioned that my coin was the last in existence. What does that mean for you?
It means
Uh-oh.
Right.
I am
Yeah.
now bereft of purpose. There is nobody else to ferry here.
Right.
Nobody to keep.
You mentioned that.
Yeah.
Can you return us to the land of the living?
Yeah, just undie me, please. I got
I
papers
see
to write.
no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an oracle who confronted a god and undid an ancient curse.
Sounds like quite a story. And I look forward to hearing all about it. But you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
All right, fine. Do I get to keep the bow?
Oh, I hope so.
1 year later.
I've submitted a paper.
Yes.
This is my museum now.
All right. Yeah, let's examine these works, see if anything
Got some Neptune.
speaks to our activities. Ancient Rome, Greece, Egypt, Sumer. Hey, convenient.
What? Yeah, what a coincidence. Al, is that you? Do you dress up nice?
Hey, you do.
Hey, you made it. It's great to see you again. I read your book, and
Looks like a
what the critics said
1950s movie
about it.
star.
Yeah.
I guess they weren't ready for your theories about the underworld. Anyway, after everything you've been through, I thought you might appreciate some good news.
You're giving off
So
real
after we
Dr.
got
McCoy
back to
vibes.
the real world, I started doing some research into the people mentioned in Galerius' tablet, and I found something strange. I'm sorry I've been so cryptic. I've been dying to tell you. I just really wanted you to see this for yourself. Why don't you head on down there?
Are you both a random
catch up with you
hiker
at the
and
other
a
end.
museum docent?
Huh.
Hi, random people. What?
What are you all doing
You're
here?
not random,
Hey,
huh?
Charon, this is not quite what we discussed.
This is weird, Karen.
You're finally here. Remember me?
Galerius, what are you doing here?
It's a crazy story. After you disappeared, Karen appeared and told us she was returning us to the world.
Oh,
Even gave us some coins to help us start our lives over. Only, for some reason, she returned us to your world instead of ours.
I don't think that's
Anyway,
kind.
I know we only ever had that one conversation, and I wasn't even sure if you'd remember me, but I wanted to say thanks for freeing us from the underworld and giving us a second chance at life.
so how are you taking to it, I guess? What you doing?
Oh,
these
he
days.
finally got to get together with Equitia.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, I used Karen's gift to buy a farm in Umbria. Got a villa on it too, with enough room for Dooley, of course. It's hard work, but I sleep soundly every night. I'm finally my own man, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
Well, good. You're with Equitia now.
I know. I can't believe my luck either. But we're engaged and living together. We're planning to get married next spring. If you're going to be around, we'd love to see you there.
He's leaving out a very important fact, which is that he also has steady work as the mascot, Mr. Clean.
Yeah. And does a little bit of assassinating on the side.
Sometimes.
Count me in. It's good to see you again, Galerius.
Of course. There's a whole museum full of people waiting for a chance to thank you. So you better keep moving. We'll speak again soon, my friend.
Oh my gosh.
It's not at all what I expected.
It's a good thing that none of these people are from the loops where we threatened them.
Yeah. I'm super excited to hear what everyone's new life is looking like and what sort of vibe they now give off in the modern day.
Mm-hmm.
Equitia,
You're here. It's lovely to finally meet you. Galerius told me all
right.
about you.
We didn't go say hi that last time around, huh? Good to see you
Oh
too.
my gosh, that's weird, actually.
Yeah, most of y'all are. Galerius is literally the only person we saw on the way in.
I don't know if I like it anymore.
Good to see you.
So, you're the hero who somehow vanquished the last of the Roman gods. As I'm a priestess, you realize you've put me out of work. I'm just teasing.
I mean, if it helps, they suck.
Actually, and it still feels a little sacrilegious to say this, I'm finding life after religion quite enjoyable.
Yep, no religion in these here modern times.
Yeah, boy, lucky you. What you doing these days?
Galerius and I are engaged and expecting. We've just bought a lovely villa in the countryside with room for a large family, and Dooley too, of course. It feels like the world has just opened up for us. There's so much to learn, and so many more possibilities for our children than we ever imagined. We're just so thankful for what you did for us, for all of us.
Oh, I'm very glad you escaped Roman times as a Vestal virgin who's now in love with, married to, and about to have children with a man.
Yeah.
The punishment for that would have been being buried alive.
Whew, rough. Yeah. Boy, dodged a bullet there, huh?
Yep.
How's Livia?
Oh, it's sweet of you to ask. She recovered nicely. In fact, she's here somewhere, if you'd like to ask her yourself.
That's good. Did any of you find Scintilla, by the way?
Yeah, I'm kind of really wondering about that.
A little worried about that one. I'll do that, though. Good to see you.
See you at the wedding, I hope.
Yeah, I figured that'd be Dooley.
Yeah. Hey, Dooley.
Hello, I'm Dooley.
Yes. I remember you.
Galerius said you're very nice and a big helper. Thank you for getting us out of the bad place. I didn't like it.
So, what are you up to?
I live at Galerius and Equitia's house. They look after me now and help me remember when I forget things, like brushing my teeth.
Oh, good. Sorry you never found your treasure, though.
Treasure? Oh, I forgot about that. I like my box now. Galerius got me a box that tells stories. It's my favourite thing.
Do you have an iPad?
Probably.
Yeah.
Story boxes are good, huh?
Yeah, they're fun.
Well, good to see you again.
Bye-bye.
Man, they took to modern life quick after a year.
Yeah, you all adapt well.
Yes, they do.
Really rolled with it. All right, let's see.
Oh my gosh. I'm enjoying...
Hey,
This tracks.
Yeah, that's super tracks.
Hi there, I'm Horatius.
Is that what your face looks like? Oh my god.
Hi, Horatius.
I understand we have you to thank for giving us a second chance, Ella.
Oh, phew, okay.
And uniting Scintilla with us as well.
That's a relief.
So, thank you.
Thank you. What are you doing these days?
I'm living up north and studying in the military academy in Modena. I'm going to be an officer one day. The world's changed a lot. But some things stay the same. Would you believe we're still studying military tactics from my time? Alexander the Great, Caesar, Hannibal Barca.
But are you bringing
Still,
them the stoicism?
I have to keep challenging myself to let go of old ways of thinking and embrace the new.
Yep, here it is.
As sometimes, the ones who pioneered our paths aren't our masters, but our guides.
Boy, if you ever find the internet, you're gonna find so many little communities. I'm sorry you never got to see your girl again.
Oh, you remembered that. Thank you.
I assume this is
I
in
grieved
reference
for a
to the
time,
woman to whom he was engaged before
but
he
that's done.
died.
In the words
I assume
of
so, yeah.
Epictetus, as those who rode behind triumphant generals remind them they are mortal, remind yourself your precious one isn't one of your possessions, but something given for now, not forever.
It's good words. Well said.
Thanks. Oh, and I don't know if you've heard, but a few of us are going for drinks later. It'd be nice to chat with you some more.
We'll see.
You're hitting on me.
Yeah, it kind of seems like.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
All right.
Hey, whatever happened to your buddy Domitius?
He's not my... Oh, I see what you did there. Good one. He had more trouble adapting than most.
He's in
He got
prison.
himself disqualified from the UFC.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I suppose it appealed to people's baser instincts. And they say he made some good coin, killing a bunch of men like that. But his luck finally ran out. And his life along with it. You know what they say. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Sounds like he got what he deserved.
You're not wrong.
I really did want to see him without his helmet, though. I was looking forward to that one.
Yeah, yeah. Well, good to see you.
See you at drinks later, I hope.
We'll see. Cynthia,
Oh,
how are you?
You still got the
What are you wearing?
the bad bee vibes.
Yep.
I take it you're the Oracle. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, judge my clothes this time.
Yeah. Glad to see you again, Cynthia.
Actually, I changed my name to Cynthia. I didn't want to be associated with Sentius after what happened.
Makes sense.
I'm not sure if you heard, but after you drove Pluto off, Proserpina emerged from the Great Temple.
Oh.
She knew right away what none of us had figured out about that psychopath. He'd been keeping my little sister locked up in the upper cistern all that time. But he's been dealt with. He's... you know what? The important thing is we'll never see him again.
Oh, I'm so curious. Know
Come
what
on.
happened. Come on.
So, what are you doing these days?
Anything I want. I'm a woman of means in a vast new world. I can go wherever and do whatever I please. Of course, I mostly just stay in my villa and have my servant Alexa summon things
Of course.
for me, because it's just awful out there. Barbarians everywhere.
No, you're not wrong. What happened to Sentius, though? I must know.
So
He's
curious.
still there, all alone.
Nice.
The
Oh,
last
dear.
golden statue in the underworld. Trapped in a metal shell, slowly losing his mind until the end of time. Eternal torment. Just what he deserves, if you ask me.
Poetic. He did once tell me he wanted to live forever.
I think it seems a bit excessive,
Enjoying
but
the sun on his face. Good villa, all that. Well. Yeah.
Then I suppose he got his wish.
I don't know. Feels kind of spiteful of Proserpina to be like, you.
Yeah, a little bit, I guess.
I know a lot of them have sinned, but in a way, he was the one that broke it.
Yeah, true. Well, it's good to see you again.
You too. See you around.
What else we got around here?
Evening.
All the stuff that we've found.
Yep.
That's cute.
Hello,
Ah.
Yulia.
You're the Oracle, right?
Octavia's fine.
Oh, of course. Sorry. And I never got a chance to thank you for telling Galerius how to save my life. And of course, getting me and all of us out of a terrible situation.
Do you figure Octavia's going to be like the other Octavia's going to be just like unmanageably smug? That she went from a time when Christians were a persecuted cult to like modern days, and she's like, yeah,
My people. Maybe. I'm very curious. There's quite a few of them. I'm still very curious to see what
absolutely.
what happens to them. What about you? What are you doing?
Oh, I barely recognize myself. I'm living in a house share in London with my wonderful girlfriend. And I'm studying English at university. Eventually, I want to travel the world and write about it. Turns out, it's about 30 times bigger than the Roman Empire ever was. Did you know there are entire continents Rome never knew existed?
I was
and you
aware.
can travel almost anywhere in an aircraft, which is rather like flying on a Pegasus, but much more comfortable.
Is it though?
Sorry, you already know. Of course, I'm just so excited. There's so much.
At least
to
you
see
have
and
leg
learn
room
and
on a
write about.
Pegasus.
Yeah. Well, seeing the world through fresh eyes sounds wonderful.
I
Good
have
for you.
noticed people from your time have no idea how fortunate they are. I hope to change that. One day.
I do hope. I am glad that we went to the trouble of sending Galerius on his his little mission to keep all these people alive.
That's true. Probably is good we did check in with him that last run.
Yep.
So, hey, whatever happened to Malleolus and Claudia?
Last I heard, Malleolus kept insisting he was the last rightful ruler of the Roman Empire, and wound up being committed to a psychiatric hospital. As for Claudia, she was always so viciously unhappy. Someone said she'd blown all her money on wine, trying to drink herself back to the underworld. After the horrific way they treated Ulpius and me, I can't help feeling a sense of... what's that German word? Schadenfreude?
Oh, you are quite the scholar, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I think you are allowed to feel that way.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Did save your life multiple times, actually.
Yeah, what happened to Aurelia?
Ugh. Someone told me she was boasting about getting her claws into some rich prince, and how she was going to be living the high life from now on.
Oh, it's going to be a scam,
Even in
isn't
your
it?
time, life still isn't fair. Apparently, he'd proposed before they'd even met.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, boy.
Bought herself a first-class one-way ticket to join him in some exotic place called... what was it? Nigeria? Some people have all the luck.
All the luck.
Indeed. As the Oracle, I foresee terrible disappointment in her future.
Probably. I hope she's happy, but I doubt it.
Really? Huh. I feel better already.
Yeah, just
Thank
Google
you.
Nigerian prince. You'll get it.
Yeah. Good to see you again.
You learned English and you learned enough German to understand Schadenfreude. You can figure out Google.
Probably, I imagine.
You too. If you're ever in London, let me know. We can go to bars and drink wine and listen to the stories of the 9 million people who live there.
I'll take you up on that.
I hope so.
Do you think Karen was nice enough, like, when she dropped them off to be like, and boop, into your head, here's knowledge of how to speak a modern language.
Yep.
Pick one. You can have any, but here's one of them.
Here's a room key to a Holiday Inn. This is going to cover you for 7 days, hopefully long enough for you to kind of figure a few things out.
Yep. And a subscription to Duolingo.
Yep. Here's a laptop, do a little bit of Googling, internet research, ask around, you'll figure it out. Lucretia.
You are here. It's nice to finally meet you.
Are you going to turn out to be Yulia's girlfriend?
Are you?
Lucy is fine.
Hello.
I'm making an effort to blend in, as you can see. We are all trying to keep a low profile. If the world knew we died 2,000 years ago and were suddenly brought back to life 12 months ago, they'd never leave us alone.
Yeah, but my book would
Speaking
not
of
have
which,
been just
I wanted to say
destroyed in the
thank you in
press.
person.
Yeah.
I'd say the gods smile on you, but I hear you drove the last of them off. So,
True. So what are you up to these days?
I'm studying to get into medical school.
But
As much as I resented the responsibility of keeping everyone in the city alive, when it ended, I realized I missed it. So I guess I'll just keep saving the world, if begrudgingly, one patient at a time.
well, good.
Man, the archaeologist in me is just thinking about, like, you all have so much lived knowledge
Yeah.
of the time that you came from.
There's so much stuff we're probably wrong about.
Yeah. Correct us, please.
Please. It's good to see you, Lucy.
You too. Don't be a stranger.
And also, my book, Lucy.
My
book. I got destroyed.
Let's see. We'll start with you.
Oh my
hey.
gosh. Maybe we can finally learn his name.
Yeah. Hi.
I take it you're the oracle everybody's talking about. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Boy, I have news for you.
Hey, we have met before, though I wouldn't expect you to remember it.
We have. I'm sorry, I don't remember. In any case, I'm Philip. I
Well,
never
hello.
thought I'd leave that cave, let alone the city. And now I'm living in the 21st century. What a time to be alive.
Oh, I
And
see
it
what you did
seems
there.
I have your catabasis to thank for it.
Yes. Really enjoying this Wallace and Gromit cosplay you're doing, too. It's very good. What you doing with yourself these days?
That or he's the
Working
guy
as a
from Six
consultant
Flags.
to the Faculty of Classics at Cambridge University.
More flags, more
helping
fun.
fill the odd gap in their knowledge. Not that I need the money, but I do love being around enlightened minds again.
Well, good for you.
My sincere thanks once again.
We super needed you to talk to that god, though. Like, kind of let us down on that one.
Yeah. Sorry you missed out.
Oh, Giorgio.
You probably wouldn't have loved our solution to the problem ultimately, but I had fun. Curious.
Ooh, nice.
Greetings. You must be the legendary oracle. It is a sincere privilege to finally make your acquaintance. I am Georgius.
Good to see you've learned of color.
Yes, yes.
I am told.
And
we have you
I'm
to
going
thank
to
for
trust that that
freeing
is
us from Hades.
well
And
cut
for
within
that, I
the
am
limitations of
grateful.
being a video game shirt.
Yeah. So, what are you doing these days?
I am reacquainting myself with Grace. It has changed so much over the last 2,000 years, I barely recognize it. This is at once heartbreaking and thrilling. Perhaps one day, once I have seen all of this new Greece and sampled her delights, I will settle down in Santorini in a villa overlooking the Azure Aegean Sea.
That would be lovely.
I hope you will join me there and regale me with the story of how you faced off against the fearsome god of the underworld and won.
That sounds like a good time. Consider me there.
Absolutely. Like, he just invited us to go to a villa in the Mediterranean. Yeah.
You've got the best plan of everyone here. It's good to see you again.
You too, my friend.
Hello.
You're the one we've been waiting for. I'm Fabia.
Hello.
Nice Flintstones dress.
Thanks for sending Galerius to save my life.
We've turned into Sentia.
I would have been crushed by that shrine for sure.
Now I understand her.
Yeah. Spent even just 7 cycles checking in on her occasionally was too much. Now we've been influenced. Well, you're welcome, though.
I'm just so happy to be here with you and everyone together again, even if it's just for one more night.
What are you doing these days?
Well, it's not like I have to work with all the silver Charon gave me, so I just do what makes me happy. Mostly that means baking for my friends and looking at memes while binging TV shows in yoga pants. What a time to be alive.
Oh, she's going to show up on the Great British Baking Show for sure. They do that little, like, behind the scenes with Fabia. Oh, I was from, like, 2,000 years ago, and then I was resurrected. And the editors are just like, we need to cut that. We like our contestants to be charming and cute, not borderline insane.
Yep. They're very sweet, though. Glad you're having a good time.
Indeed.
Thank you. I really am. You too.
Well, who else we got? Octavia, hello.
Good
What are you up
evening.
to these days?
Well, let's find out if she's insufferably smug.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello. It's lovely to meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Nice to see you.
I'm thankful that you're here. I was sure the person who drove off the last pagan god would have more important things to do than visit the likes of us. But thank you for coming and for saving our lives. What you did was extraordinary, and I'll never forget it.
What are you doing these days?
I'm living in Rome again, in a charming little flat by the Tiber. Not far from my old place. Oh, and I'm training to be a crisis counselor.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
After you sent Galerius to persuade Ulpius not to take his own life, I was inspired. I just want to spend the rest of my life helping people, like you helped him.
Well, that sounds like a very noble cause. Good on you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Good to see you again.
And you.
Thank heavens you don't remember the many times that you watched us fail.
That is true. Are you supposed to be doing this? I'll check on you in a second. That is definitely Decius, yep.
Good evening.
Hello, Olivia.
Greetings.
Good to see you looking well, Olivia.
Thank you.
Definitely did not recognize her until the name.
For liberating us all. In all the time I was in the underworld, I never once imagined that I might end up in a place so much like Elysium.
Is it though?
We try. What are you doing with yourself these days?
I'm recovering. Octavia was kind enough to let me stay with her for a while. At least until I'm well enough to be independent again.
Read any good poems lately?
Memorized any of them?
Yeah.
Ah, you remember that. I'm a little tired of Ovid, but that's all right. I have 2,000 years worth of poetry to catch up on now.
I'll forgive you for
already up to the
smirching
19th
the good name of
century,
Ovid,
and
considering
am
the
quite enjoying
circumstances.
the work of a fellow named Poe. I think I may have found a kindred spirit.
That tracks.
Men have called me mad, but the question is not yet settled whether madness is or is not the loftiest intelligence.
Well said. Well, it's good to see you again.
And you. Farewell, friend.
Pretty sure this isn't allowed.
Soiree, innit?
Mm-hmm. Very not allowed.
Oh, hello at last. You must be the oracle I've heard so much about.
I shot you once.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could do it again.
They took my bow. Hi, Decius.
Did we check our inventory?
Guess I haven't yet. Maybe I should.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you, I'd never been able to sell all those useless old relics I accumulated.
Oh,
Whatever you
gosh.
did in that temple made me a very wealthy man. Thank you.
You are not welcome.
You are.
No need to thank me.
It was entirely unintended.
Such acerbic wit. I love it.
Well, what are you doing these days?
I took the money I made from selling my trinkets and started investing in the stock market.
Of course you did.
That's where the real money is now. In fact, I was hoping to ask your advice, you being the oracle
Oh my
and
gosh.
future seer and all that, on which stocks I should invest in next.
Yahoo.
I can't decide between tobacco, gambling and all.
Ouch.
What do you recommend?
I wouldn't help you if I could, man.
Yeah, no.
Oh, don't be like that. You can tell your old pal Dacius. I won't take no for an answer.
DVD rentals have a bright future. Broadcast TV is going to be the next big thing. Print media is going to make a huge comeback.
Oh, which one? Oh, they all burn.
Yeah. No, they're all doing not great anymore. DVD rentals die first, though, I think. Like, these two are...
No, but Redbox is doing well. Like,
Oh, well, yeah, I
if he
guess those
stumbles
are-
upon Redbox,
That's true. Are they doing well, though, or are they still, like,
Maybe they're
extant
not
and
doing
no one has cleaned them up?
they may be just extant. They seem to have new stuff whenever I walk past one.
I guess that might be something. I've not seen a Redbox in so long.
I feel like print media is the most misleading because broadcast television is still important in especially like rural areas.
Yeah, like
Although
that one's...
satellite is
That one's
affecting
going to
that.
die, but it's going to linger for a while.
Yeah.
Print media, my man.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, of course, yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. I'll go home and buy up as much stock as I can tonight. I'm going to make a bloody fortune.
Oh, I sure hope you don't.
Of course,
I will be
David,
going.
thank you. Thanks again for the tips, my friend.
Yeah, check our inventory. If we've got a golden bow, I'm not above it.
Let's see.
Aw.
Nothing.
Karen, you're no fun. You gave all of these people so much money.
Unlock the upper... Oh, whoop. Maybe someday.
That's just left over.
Yeah.
Good evening.
We had more important concerns at the time.
We were very busy.
How's it going, Kabash?
It is an honor to finally meet you, Oracle.
Yep, for the very first time.
Thanks, Kabash.
You know my name? Oh, of course. You are an Oracle. You know many things. I too would like to offer my thanks for releasing us.
If he takes a swing at the British
And
Museum,
for
I'm
your
going to be so
role in
happy.
This world is truly
Deserved.
wondrous.
So, what are you doing?
For a time, I returned to Alexandria, but they have no need of another fisherman, and I came to see there is nothing for me there. Instead, I have decided to follow the custom of your youths and backpack the world. It is a great adventure, and I have met many people from many cultures.
Good for you.
I spent the first 25 years of my life avoiding the 42 sins that would deny me access to the afterlife. Now, I think it is time I had some fun.
Sounds like you've earned it.
Indeed.
Hey, you want to stage something at the British Museum with me, Kabash?
Yeah.
Little theft-a-rooney?
Come on. It's good
Little
to see you again.
restoration-a-rooney?
Yeah.
Thank you, Oracle.
Let's see.
They're together. They're together. You called this.
I can't believe it. All three of my wild called shots in the entire playthrough came true. Incredible.
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you too, Rufius.
I go by Rufus now. New start, new name. Oh, and thanks, by the way, for what you did. Sorry, I'm no good with the mushy stuff.
Clearly.
Maybe your handsome husband can help you with that.
Yeah. So what you doing these days?
I live with Virgil in Rotterdam, not far from where he grew up. It's very modern. Destroyed in the war, and it rebuilt itself. Good place for a fresh start. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with my life yet. One adjustment at a time.
Well, good to see you.
You too. look us up next time you're in the Netherlands. We're grateful.
Fine
Yeah,
choice of
you are.
place to go. So, congrats to you.
It's so nice to finally meet you. I've heard
Still
so
with perfect
much
hair.
about you.
Yep.
Didn't need to change anything about himself, really.
Pretty much
But it's
no.
a modern cut of shirt, but it's the same color, same
Yeah.
style of hair. He just had it from the get-go.
He knows his color, his style.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted
Good to see you.
thank you personally for getting us out of there. And for helping Rufus come to terms with himself. He may come off a little gruff, but once you get past that, he's a lovely fellow.
So, what are you doing these days?
I'm
Besides
studying to
Rufus,
be an
obviously.
architect again and living with Rufus in our beautiful flat in Rotterdam, just down the river from Nijmegen, where I grew up. Of course, it's improved immensely since I was there last. Gleaming futuristic buildings and clean streets full of educated, accepting people. You natives of the 21st century have no idea how fortunate you are.
Well, it's good to see you again.
You too. As Rufus said in his own laconic way, if you're ever in the Netherlands, we'd love to show you around. It's the least we could do.
Aw.
That would be lovely. And I may just take you up on it.
Now we have 2 gay uncles.
Yay. And you too. Since, hey, you're
oh,
all right.
Oh, look at you.
Good.
Oh,
Glad
and
you're here.
You're with your guy friend.
Oh, good. Hi, Scintilla.
Oh, I go by Gabriella now. I didn't want to be reminded of that monster every time I heard my own name.
Yeah, that's
right on.
After you drove Pluto off, Proserpina came and released me, and that monster got what was coming to him.
Sounds like he got what he deserved.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you doing these days?
I'm living with Ulpius on a little vineyard in Umbria. It's even more wonderful than I dreamed it would be. I'm so
Aw.
grateful to you for making sure
They get
he's
to have
still
their
with us.
vineyard.
Yeah.
If you're ever passing through the region, I hope you'll come and visit us. You can try some of our very own wine.
That sounds lovely. Good to see you.
I like how we took everyone up on their offer except for Horatius with his awkward flirt.
Yep.
I'm just like, no, buddy.
We'll
That's
see.
not what this is.
No, yeah. You did still vote for
Nice to
Sentius,
finally
man.
Put a face to the name.
That's true.
I'm Ulpius.
Good to see you too, Ulpius.
I understand I have you to thank for sending Galerius to save my life.
At least 4 times.
The way you just showed up out of the blue and stopped me from making a terrible mistake. I'll be forever in your debt.
So what are you doing these days?
I'm living with Gabriella in Umbria. We finally
I like
bought
that
the
Shay
little
modernized her
vineyard we
name and
always
he's just
dreamed
Ulpius.
of.
Yep.
It'll be a little while before we know what we're doing, but every day I look at her and this extraordinary new world with all its beauty, and I think, what if I'd given up hope and missed out on all of this?
Well, you
So
would
we're
have gotten
living
us
each
into
day to the fullest.
Malleolus's villa, I'll say that much.
And we end them all the same way, sitting together on our terrace with a glass of our wine, which the locals say is almost drinkable now, and watching the sunset over the rolling hillside. And I couldn't be happier.
Sounds nice.
Thank you. I wouldn't be here without you.
None of you would. It's good to see you.
You too.
It's true. Oh, who's that at the end? Who
Is that Al again?
Oh, yeah, it is probably, huh? Oh, look at all these things.
More good relics and items.
There's the Lamasu. Ooh. Can we read these?
A Latin plaque, which reads, all must walk this path to where the laws of day help the virtuous to paradise in this city beneath the earth. The ravenous hunger of the avaricious is sated at the banks of the stream, but in vain, for none from here may return.
Did we read that once upon a time? I don't even remember.
I don't remember either.
Weird, design.
Hey, we figured out what it means.
Yeah, good for us. Archaeologist insight, huh?
We finally got in some night classes and
Took us another year to figure that
completed
one
our
out.
education. There were a few gaps. Anyway, Al.
There you are.
What on
hope you
earth
enjoyed
possessed you to look for all
Now,
those
there's
people
one
in the
more
modern
person I
day?
wanted to introduce you to. I think you know her.
Proserpina.
Sorry if I frightened you. Just a little joke I've been saving for a long, long time.
It's pretty good. I recognize that voice.
Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Proserpina, former goddess of the cycle of life and renewal, and now a regular mortal. I wanted to meet you in person, and thank you for freeing all of these people, and me. I hate to think what would have happened to us without your intervention.
Sorry for shooting you that one time.
Yeah, that was, you. To be fair, you did kind of tell me to.
Yeah. You were whispering to me all along. Well, I mean, I know that, but...
Yeah, but what'd she say?
Suffice it to say that while Pluto was controlling the eyes and ears of each golden statue, I was able to control their tongues and whisper to you when he was distracted. I am sorry my messages were so cryptic. There were only ever brief windows in which I could speak to you without being detected.
Well, you did what you could, thank you. You created that time loop?
I did. I may have given up my immortality, but I still retain my gifts as the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
Countless poor souls over thousands of years. I knew this generation, the final wave, would not survive. So I tried to give them a way to buy more time. A second chance. Rather, as many second chances as they needed to avoid his wrath. So I whispered to Sentius in secret, telling him the prayer required to create a portal in my shrine. I knew the danger of humans being corrupted by godly power, and so I put a safeguard in place. I required the creator of the portal to sacrifice their own life, so that it could only be used selflessly to help others. What I did not anticipate is that Sentius would retain his accumulated memories from each previous day. And as a veteran soldier, he had long since shed his fear of death.
Also, he was just a jerk.
Discovered that he could, in effect, prolong his own life indefinitely by exploiting the cycle. Of course, once I had taught him the prayer, I could not unteach him. And there was little I could do but wait for someone like you to come along and see him for what he was. We were all fortunate you came along when you did.
Although Sentius' story also just sounds very much like a myth, like a good myth story, like a god creates this whole thing, but a clever man figures out the sort of way to take advantage of it
and then
for a very long
God
time.
punishes him for eternity.
Yep. So what became of Pluto?
I don't know what happened to him. I haven't heard from him, and I rather hope it stays that way.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Karen, though.
Oh, she inherited dominion over the underworld. Last time we spoke, she was working on a new world of some kind.
Oh boy.
She wouldn't say what it was. But I'd be surprised if you don't run into her again.
Sounds like a sequel.
Mm-hmm. We all will. One day.
I mean, there are a whole bunch of golden statues that are kind of sort of trapped down there, so...
True.
Hopefully she's doing something for them.
Yeah.
Even Sentius.
Well, it was nice meeting you.
And you. Although it feels like I've known you forever. Oh, and one last thing.
Oh.
Do you remember all those golden statues?
Saw me coming, did you?
City?
I do a bit, of course.
Good. Because they remember you.
Good.
Well done, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Of all the
I don't know
heroes
about
who
this,
ever
Karen.
came to the underworld,
This seems unwise.
close to achieving what you did. Hercules, Orpheus, Theseus, and Aeneas would be proud.
Is that me in the center?
How many of you were Furies?
Yeah.
Because, hey, you and I need to talk.
Let's have a conversation about this. Hey, we
ending 4 of 4.
That looks like the best ending, and we got it on the first try.
Yeah, seems like the right one. What were the other endings, I'm guessing?
It's the Sentia, where you just escape with the two of you.
Yeah, or we bail.
Or Centilla, where you gather everyone and then escape with the group.
Right.
What else?
It's the first one. There's got to be one that's just sort of like a real bad end, joke end, but I don't know. Everything seems to end in a loop or a game over. Killing Sentius, maybe? Before he can go do the time portal?
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you're just stuck.
Yeah.
Then again, it probably then breaks the golden rule, and then you're just stuck waiting to get shot and killed, and that game overs you. But I'll have to look it up.
It's an ending of a sort.
Yeah. Darn, what a cool game.
Yeah, good job, Modern Storyteller.
That was really fun. I'm very glad that you and I recorded this one together. This was a blast.
This was very fun.
I enjoyed it immensely. Also, just like having you here to be able to add a little bit of a historical context and detail and stuff for lots of bits and pieces that I would not have caught. I would have gone over my head was great.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I've definitely thoroughly pigeonholed myself into the ancient Greco-Roman world games.
True. Yet someday we will get you here for a playthrough or at least some episodes of something that is not historical whatsoever.
Yeah.
Your pick.
It's a fun pigeonhole to be in.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe someday someone will make something on medieval Spain and then my other specialty can shine.
Ooh, I didn't know medieval Spain was another of yours.
Yes. There were Muslims, Christians, and Jews living together in medieval Spain. I always found that fascinating. It's not like a thoroughly peaceful, everyone got along kind of a thing, but it is a really interesting time period.
Interesting.
That also created a lot of brilliant art, like poetry, architecture. It's just really worth spending some time on.
Interesting. All right, so yeah, we're just waiting on that game to come about then.
Yeah, Modern Storyteller, would you be interested in going to medieval Spain, please?
What a great game. It's cool seeing a game like this emerge as a mod and then just a pretty different seeming mod because it's one that takes place still in like the Skyrim universe in that case, I think.
Yeah.
Like it's not, I don't know if
Is it?
the setting's the same. I think it's like a pretty different, like same general story overall, but I don't know if it's like involving Greeks and Romans and such. I don't know, I have to look further into it at some point, but.
Oh, hey, whatever happened to Navia? Nobody in that thing ever mentioned her.
That's true. I guess she just kind of stayed in there, huh?
Maybe she just wanted to stay with her love.
Yeah.
I could see that. I like that. I mean, it's made possible by the fact that the game is relatively small, but I like that everyone got headshots.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah. Like, brings a human element to this set of people. I like that.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've enjoyed this immensely. We hope you have as well. Here, I'll make it quick. Subscribe if you haven't, because we're coming out with new stuff all the time. I've really been doing a lot of organization of our past playthroughs into playlists on our channel page to make it easy to find all the stuff we played over the last 5+ years. And might be pushing 6 at this point. And yeah, and we also have a store, links down in the description below, and a Patreon where you can support us for even just like $1 a month if you'd like to.
I personally am drinking out of a Durman Durrami branded glass.
It's true, and it looks great.
It looks great. Fine snacks and fell thwacks brought to you by your favorite little Lalafell. And it makes the water taste even better.
You've done a very good job. You do better at plugging our merch than I do, that's for sure. Is there anything that like a lot of the people that I record stuff with also have like their own channels or Twitch channels or whatever that I'd have them plug. Is there anything that you would like to plug of yours or of somebody else's even, I guess?
I don't think so, actually. Like, I have deliberately taken myself off all social media that exists.
Wow.
So,
doing it right.
Yeah, you know what? It actually makes me happy.
We can all learn a thing or two from you.
That's what I'm going to plug. Do the thing that makes you happy.
There you go. That's pretty good. I like that. Yeah, no, I very much enjoyed getting to have you on here for a game we could actually feasibly finish.
Oh my gosh. We thought this was going to be a much shorter game when we set out to do it.
Yeah.
We were like, 5 episodes max.
That's what I was thinking. I'd heard it was very short. And I guess if you know what you're doing and you're moving quick, then it is very short.
Yeah.
But if you're being a little more thorough.
And we got the best ending, what we have decided is the best ending in one go. So good job, us.
I'm pretty proud of us. Yeah, we were pretty thorough, did most all the things except for get Dulia's treasure, which he seems fine.
I mean, his treasure was Scintilla.
That's what I thought. I thought that that's what he meant. Maybe there was actually some fun toy or something that he had in there.
Possibly, but I think it was Scintilla. I do wonder, implicitly that means that Hannibal knew about her. And there seems to be an uncovered story where maybe like he found her and then Sentius killed him and put her little pendant on him.
Yeah.
And then
I feel
faked her death.
There's gotta be, it seems like, just some more little tidbits that we didn't hit along the way that we didn't find.
And quick clarification, killed him, couldn't do that without the Golden Rule, I think. So maybe just arranged for him to encounter one of those creepy statue things.
That could be.
Yeah, because we were able to arrange for the assassin to walk in somewhere.
True. Ooh,
I was wondering about
crediting the translator of his metamorphoses.
I actually wondered if they were going to credit the translation of that, because that is important. Translation is a really hard job.
Yeah.
I would love to do it someday. In fact, I don't remember if I mentioned this already, but one day I would love to translate some bits of Ovid specifically.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't see credit for translation like that ever.
It's so important.
Yeah, that's neat. Good on them.
Translation is not just an act of one-to-one. You have to make creative decisions or figure out, like, you have to make decisions in translation about whether you want to be one-to-one or get closer to like the sense and feeling of what the author was originally conveying while diverging from some of the original framing of it. It's really fascinating.
Yeah.
There's a book that I read recently that I'm going to very quickly try to find where that's like you gave me a plug and I finally figured out what I want to plug, right? Where like the whole thing of the book is about translation. Babel or the Necessity of Violence by R.F. Kuang.
Ooh.
Really good book, and translation is like the underpinning of the magical system in that book, and decisions about how you translate, whether it's one-to-one, how well you understand the source material, that kind of thing, is key to the power of the magic. It's really fun. It's
That's
a really
awesome.
cool concept.
Good plug choice.
Thank you. Landed there eventually, but also still do something that makes you happy.
That too. Maybe it's reading that book, but if that doesn't do the trick, go find something else.
There you go.
But yeah, thank you again, Surya, for joining me for this. And thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you wanted to play this first, I hope you did.
And one last time, Walete.
Walete.